Oh shit, it's time to go for the 5 most confident picks. It's UFC Seattle. It's raining punches up there in the north, and I'm going to give you guys my 5 most confident. You ready for it? All right. The first one is going to be, I think I'll avoid the main event. Should I avoid the main event? We'll go with Anthony Hernandez over Brendan Allen. I like Brendan Allen. I'm a Brendan Allen fan. But I think Anthony Hernandez is getting this thing done. Fluffy Hernandez, I'm done doubting him. He's fucking good at grappling. I think he gets these takedowns, and he's able to get his grind on to Brendan Allen. All right? No homo. Gene Silva over Melsik Baghdasaryan. I'm going to fuck that up. Baghdasaryan. Gene Silva's good. Gene Silva's a pretty wide favorite, unfortunately, but he's probably the best lock on this card. Gene Silva's got a bright future, well-rounded guy, talented striker, just talented overall. And I think Melk's going to have a lot of problems with him. Ruziboev over Eric Caniso. I was watching him outside of the UFC. I'm not that impressed. He could wrestle a little bit, but Eric McConico is not going to be able to deal with the striking of Ruziboev. And Ruziboev's back at 185 pounds. I think he's better here. The cut's probably a lot for him. He's not at a speed disadvantage here. And McConico is probably going to look to wrestle him, which should fall right into the strengths of a solid grappler and talented striker of Ruziboev. He's an EV, all right? He's seen people trying to wrestle him. Mansour Abdul-Malik is an absolute lock over Nick Klein. Mansour Abdul-Malik, very, very talented, physical specimen. Dude's explosive. The jiu-jitsu, he probably has a disadvantage there, but he's a better wrestler and definitely a better striker. I like Abdul-Malik maybe even getting a finish. And then my 5th most confident pick this weekend is not in mixed martial arts. How dare I? There is a fucking phenomenal boxing card going down this weekend. And I think Daniel Dubois is going to put a beat down on Mr. Joseph Parker for the IBF heavyweight title. Joseph Parker gets dropped, and Daniel Dubois drops motherfuckers, okay? He looked real good against Anthony Joshua, and he's only like 2-1 or under 3-1 favorite. I do think Daniel Dubois is in his prime right now, world championship caliber, one of the best boxers in the world, if not the best. And there is a guy named Usyk out there. There's a guy named Tyson Fury out there. There are some people who would dispute it, but I don't think Joseph Parker is one of them. I think that Daniel Dubois looks good on Saturday morning and gets it done. All right? Rapid fire for the people in the back. I'm going Daniel Dubois. I'm going Fluffy Hernandez. I'm going Gene Silva. I'm going Mansour Abdul-Malik. I'm going Nursulton Ruziboev. And I think that there's a couple dogs I like this weekend too, but I avoided them for most confident. I think those have to be my most confident picks for this weekend. All right, let's break them down one by one. Let's start with the boxing, okay? Daniel Dubois beat the shit out of Anthony Joshua. Was that not impressive? His punching power is phenomenal. His pressure's better. Other than his durability to the body, he's looking pretty unstoppable. Joseph Parker's good for sure. But Joseph Parker's got some losses to the best guys in the world, right? Joseph Parker's not going to be able to, I don't think he gets out of this fight. I think he gets knocked out here against Daniel Dubois. I think Daniel Dubois is obviously on a crash course to go back and get that Usyk rematch. There was a very close fight with Usyk. He was able to, there was the below the belt controversy with him and Usyk. Was it actually a nut shot or not? I think they're destined for a really good rematch between those two. With Daniel Dubois, dude's got a rock for a head. Dude's got serious punching power. He looked just incredible against Anthony Joshua. And at, whatever, minus 250 or whatever it is, that's a solid one this weekend. There's some fucking great fights this weekend. I mean, Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, Shakur Stevenson, and Floyd Schofield. Virgil Ortiz Jr. is fighting, etc. Callum Smith, etc. It's a fucking good card. So Beterbiev versus Bivol 2, really good rematch. Who knows who wins that fight? That's like a coin flip. But Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, you got to go with the big, powerful, in his prime, fresh off of that wicked knockout, Daniel Dubois. Mansour Abdul-Malik against Nick Klein. Mansour Abdul-Malik could finish him via ground and pound, could out wrestle him, probably outstrikes him. Nick Klein, decent jiu-jitsu, but I think he gets bullied here. You know, I think a middleweight Mansour Abdul-Malik is a fucking issue because he's an explosive big boy, potentially puts him out on the feet. Mansour Abdul-Malik's a lock. Nursulton Ruziboev over Eric McConico. Keep fucking up that last name. Ruziboev's great. He's a finisher. He finishes people on the feet. His striking's solid. He could wrestle. His jiu-jitsu's nice. Submission grappling's nice. So McConico, is going to look to take him down? I mean, that'll be tough. And it's his UFC debut. This is a fucking hell of a UFC debut. I think he's going to have a lot of trouble on the feet. I think he's going to have a lot of trouble trying to drag him onto the ground. Probably starts to gas as this thing goes on. I mean, how many UFC debuts do we have to see get butchered? You know, even last week I picked Smith over Morales, but that shit was a nail biter. You know, Vince Morales was in that thing. It's got him in some submissions. That was tough. So I think UFC debuts are pretty sketchy. When I see somebody like Ruziboev matched up with somebody in their UFC debut, come on, dog. I think he bounces back nicely after the Joaquin Buckley loss. Ruziboev. Gene Silva, big-time lock against Baghdasaryan. Baghdasaryan's all right, but Gene Silva's a very, very talented up-and-comer, tremendous striker. I think he wins 30-27 here pretty dominantly. Probably a nice parlay piece. I'll just say it. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez over Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen, I got a lot of love for. You know, his loss was to Imavov. That did not age bad. Imavov looked incredible against Israel Adesanya. But Brendan Allen has already lost to Fluffy Hernandez, and I think they're both better now. But Fluffy Hernandez should be able to put the grappling on him again. Now, I think he'll be tough to submit, right? Fluffy Hernandez, incredible submission grappling, incredible jiu-jitsu black belt. But I think the submission will be really tough to grab for him. So maybe it goes long, but Fluffy Hernandez probably putting it on him, and he could strike too. You know? All right, so Hernandez, Gene Silva, Ruziboev, Abdul-Malik, and Dubois for my 5 most confident picks this week. Last week we did good, 4-1. We're happy about 4-1. It's not perfect. I like perfect, but we went with Jose Delgado. That was nice. It was a solid, dominant performance against Matthews. We went with Jacqueline Cavalcante, pitched a shutout. We went with Yusuf Zalal. I know you guys didn't like him. Just fucking avoiding the fight at the end there. But Yusuf Zalal outstrikes Calvin Kattar. Gabriel Bonfim looked good against Chaos Williams, put him out. Chaos Williams, coach, you're good here. Bro, he's unconscious. He's literally unconscious. He's not good. He's actually the exact opposite of good. He's out. He can't move his body. Gabriel Bonfim looked real technical. You know, just made Chaos Williams look like he didn't have a lot of tools. He doesn't. As to where Gabriel Bonfim has this plethora of strikes, his ability to parry and respond with kicks, his ability to be dynamic. You never really know what he's going to throw. With Chaos Williams, it's way more obvious. And then the submission ability is not even close. So Gabriel Bonfim. The one that we missed was Ketlin Souza over Angela Hill. And I got to tell you, folks, I thought Ketlin Souza won. Split decision. An Angela Hill fight going to split decision. That's crazy. It almost happens every fight. But I don't hate it. I mean, it would have been nice. But Angela Hill was better than I thought. She definitely won the first round. I just thought she lost the second and the third. But, I thought Ketlin Souza, by kind of just playing defense the last 30 seconds of that third round there, kind of left it up to the judges too much. I think she should have probably tried to cement that a little bit more. She was fighting like she was up. If you scored the second round for Angela Hill, you're out of your fucking mind, which I guess one of the judges did. Hopefully not two. But yeah, I think that was pretty close. I liked Ketlin Souza in that one, but if you went with Angela Hill, for 41 years old, Angela Hill had a great first round. Started getting beat up in the second, made it close in the third, scored a takedown, I believe. So it was a good fight. 4-1 last week and most confident. Let's go 5-0 this week. I feel like we can get it done, folks. And we got two fantastic cards. It's the best boxing card of the year, right? Better Biev and Bivol is going to be insane. It's in Saudi Arabia, so it'll be like in the morning. So you can knock out the boxing card, and then you can go directly into UFC Fight Night, Seattle, which will be fun. Headlined by Henry Cejudo, my boy. For those of you that don't know, Henry Cejudo is my guy. Rooting for him big time. He's taking on Song Yadong. In a good one, man. It's 5 rounds. If Henry at 38 years old is going to do something, he's going to show us on Saturday. It's a good fight. I avoided that one for the most confident, but Henry Cejudo been smoking too much CBD, getting me a little concerned. Henry, put down the joint, Henry. You're 38 years old, getting ready for a fucking really good bantamweight. Can we focus? Flyweights and bantamweights at 38, not normally a good thing, right? If you guys are looking at it, you might consider the fact that Henry's not a spring chicken. But remember back, he did win a round against the champ. That Merab performance is looking better now, isn't it? He won. Was it the first round? He won a round against Merab. I think it was the first round. He was able to take him down, hit him with some big punches. So, yeah, Merab picked him up and slammed him on the canvas as Henry started to gas a little bit, which is my concern in a 5-round fight. Obviously, I think Henry'd be better served in a pay-per-view somewhere underneath that co-main event or something, or even co-main where you can get a 3-round fight. That would be good. Can we get a Henry Cejudo and Jose Aldo? Can we get a Henry Cejudo? And, there's some cool ones for sure. But okay, you're going to give him this 27-year-old kid. So it is what it is, folks. Let's go. Finch gang. It's the fuck I'm talking about, Sean Shelby. Let's go. Let's go, AJ DeVito. Let's go. AJ's the man. We just hosted our show, Moneyline, every single Monday right before this. MMA Guru fanboy, you are always talking about raiding, bro. You're a Viking in your past life, son. You always raiding somebody. Stop playing with your ray gun. I know you wanted me to pull out the ray gun. I knew you wanted me to pull out the ray gun. All right? So watch it. Okay? There you go. Now you're intimidated. This is some scary shit, right? This ain't a bullet, son. You guys got to look at Call of Duty to see what this shit does to you. That's no joke right there. So funny that I just had it right by me when somebody said it last show. Which round do you guys think Gene will finish Melsick in? I don't know. I think it could go long. Finch is making AJ look like he's on time. What do you mean, dog? I start this shit within 5 minutes, generally. Parlay, please. Yeah, we put Gene Silva in one. Let's see here. Out of the most confident, Gene Silva and Mansour Abdul-Malik is high conviction, although the odds wouldn't be super sweet. So I probably won't do that one because betting, we have to consider odds, right? But Gene Silva and Mansour Abdul-Malik for like the two seriously most confident picks on the card. Let's go Azure Blue. Let's go. Welcome. Finch, I don't think Ibo Aslan has ever fought Tricoli, as AJ kept saying on the live. You guys telling me I'm drunk, even though I'm telling you I'm sober. Ibo Aslan has said in his post-fight interview, I'm not here to win fights. I'm here to knock people out, which is not good if you're betting on somebody. That's not what I want to hear. I'm glad he's telling me up front, hey, man, careful betting on me because I'm not here to win fights. Does anybody want to break to him that there's a win bonus? It's actually kind of important to win the fight. It's kind of the whole goal, right? You know, like when I'm teaching martial arts, I'm teaching like hit them, don't get hit, you know? Don't just go out there and wing it. So Ibo Aslan, a little retarded in the best way. And I'm sure he's going to have incredibly exciting fights. But bettable? I don't know, man. Joseph Parker is winning. Cap. Love the boxing card more than the UFC fight night. The boxing card's incredible. One more for the people in the back. Top 5 most confident picks. I gave them to you, dog. One more for the people in the back. Anthony Hernandez, Gene Silva, Ruziboev, Abdul-Malik, and Daniel Dubois. There you go. For the people in the back. I got to bet boxing this weekend. I think so, man. I'll cover it a little more in depth on Wednesday, all right? I'll be back. Sorry I wasn't here this last Wednesday. I was sick, dog. Fuck. Sucks getting sick. But I'm feeling good today. Be back at work tomorrow. My boy, Matt Evans, my assistant fitness manager over at UFC Gym Huntington Beach. He's like, dude, I need Saturday off. This boxing card is too good. I'm like, all right. So he worked for me today. I'll work for him on Saturday. It's a deal. Ruziboev showed some holes when he couldn't get a one-punch knockout. He keeps throwing that overhand, and his takedown defense looked like crap. I think that his takedown defense is, first off, his entire game is just better at 185 because he's not cutting weight. You don't want to get fatigued, and him being the slower man wasn't good. Yeah, for sure. He's up against the UFC newcomer, Sean Shelby. I think that's relevant here too. Overs hitting all day in the co-main trust. Brother, I've been hitting overs, okay? Lock of the week. I should celebrate a little bit. Lock of the week hits again. All right, we're on fire. Parlay of the week hits again. If you want my bets, go over to the premium channel. DM at Mike Finch Show on Instagram. My guy T will get you in. We've been on fire with the big plays, and we're doing it again. Let's fucking go. I want that Cejudo versus Aldo fight. Isn't that incredible? Henry Cejudo and Jose Aldo. Come on, UFC. Why are you feeding him to this kid? How the fuck do you stop the motherfucker from hip escaping when you got the motherfucker in side control and trying to transition to the north-south? The motherfucker always escapes. That's a lot of motherfuckers, Ryan. I'm going to break that down again. That was hard to read. How do you stop the hip escape when you got him in side control and trying to transition to north-south? Well, first off, if you're in side control, why are you transitioning north-south? Like generally, if I'm transitioning north-south, it's because I want to take the back. I'm actually trying to get them to turn away from me, and I can get that seatbelt locked in or get like a gift wrap going. From side control, you need to use your elbow as a wedge. So when I got my chest on him, that's a wedge. My knees up by his ear, my knees on his hip, that's a wedge. My elbows are wedges. You got to wedge the person in. And then I would go the other way. I'll go knee on belly. For MMA purposes, it's better. For jiu-jitsu purposes, you can start working the head and arm chokes and you trap in the far arm. You got the Kimura game there. There's a lot of food there, dude. Quit going to north-south. That's your problem. BJJ is too hard. It's just chess with body parts, man. Guys got a lot to learn. Do you think Dubois gets the knockout? I do. How do you like the under 10.5 in that fight? A little sketchy, but Joseph Parker was just put down in his last fight. Yeah, I think Dubois gets him out of there. I think the money line's better, though. Best bet is fight doesn't go distance. I wouldn't bet on Dubois. I thought Souza won. Thank you, Shoujo. It was close, though, man. That was a really close fight. Angela Hill at 41 can still get it done. Like, in general, when people are in their 40s, in the lighter divisions, you're cooked. But in the ladies, you know, I think there's a bit of an exception to be made. You know, Henry Cejudo at 38 is really going to have to show us something. Because it generally doesn't work at this level. But Angela Hill had a really good first round, and apparently 2 out of 3 judges thought she won that third. But it was close. Angela Hill is 41. That's a fact. She does rap videos? I hope not. Jesus Christ. Are we underestimating Brendan Allen a bit here? Let's be honest. Imavov beats Hernandez as well. I would take Imavov over Hernandez. I think Imavov is world class. Imavov is great. Imavov is great. But apples and oranges, dude. MMA math, you know? I just think that Brendan Allen, one of his big weapons is his grappling, his ability to out-grapple these guys. His striking's good, not great. And then he uses the jiu-jitsu. He has that in his back pocket. He could take your back and choke you. Here, it's hard to say that he can have that option. I'm going to say he doesn't. I'm going to say he gets worked in the grappling, you know? I don't know. That Michelle Pahea performance was fucking impressive, man. I'm done doubting Fluffy. I'm done doubting Fluffy at this level. At a Brendan Allen level, I'm done doubting him. Bivol better Biev over? Probably. That is highly likely that they go over again. Probably be another decision. 2 judges gave Hill round 2. Bro. What the fuck? Angela Hill did not win that second round. That is sickening. Now I'm pissed off. Triple C, baby. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Triple C. That's my boy. All right? That's my fucking guy. That's the reason why I got to meet Mike Tyson. That's the reason why I got to go watch Davis and Figueiredo get ready for Moreno. And I told you guys those calf kicks were coming. Okay? I got to leak that because I was in camp. Henry Cejudo is my guy. I'm rooting for him big time. But he's got to stop smoking CBD. What the fuck, Henry? You getting ready for a fight? I don't want to see videos of you smoking CBD. Come on, Henry. 5-0 incoming. I think so, Mythical Owl. Let's fucking go. Andrew, I appreciate that. We got it, Dono in the house. Chief Keef. Let's fucking go, Chief Keef. Who knows about Chief Keef? That's from my neck of the woods over there in Illinois. That's Zion, son. That's Chicago. Chief Keef. Bitches love salsa. Oh, when I know it. Fucking with them old boys. You gonna get fucked over. Rarries and Rovers. These hoes love cheese salsa. Hit them with that Cobra. Now you're something over. They do it off of salsa. Thank you, Chief Keef. Does Nick Klein have a chance of winning? Any UFC level fighter that's not like CM Punk. I guess even CM has a chance of winning. I know what you're trying to say. It'd be unlikely. Mansour Abdul-Malik is a fucking problem. So it would be submission, if anything. I'm sure if they ran it 100 times, he could find his neck, you know? But I would take Mansour Abdul-Malik like 5 out of 5 times. Yeah. I think it's a one-sided fight. I would not go with him. But you know, he's got a ability on the ground. After McCaff and Jusay, I can't fade a newcomer just like that again. That shit was crazy. Bro, Jusay is tweaking, dude. Jusay is falling off. Let's go. All right. I know I skipped a couple of you guys. Sorry about that. My guy Finch, who's the certified lock Saturday? Gene Silva, dude. Gene Silva's a motherfucking problem. You know, Melsik Baghdasaryan's all right. Gene Silva's a problem. Gotta go Gene Silva. Rap Finch, I did. Finch from Chirac. I'm from the north side, bro. Don't give me too much credit. All right? From the north side, son. O Block. That ain't me, dog. Can you tell? That ain't me. I grew up north of Chicago. And then I moved to Roscoe Village / Lincoln Park, Chicago. And I worked in River North, Chicago. So those are the stomping grounds. Hey, Kevin, see you tomorrow. Get ready to get smished. Brother, I smish, brother. Kevin's talking out here like he's the wrestler. Nah, Kevin El Basri, tremendous kickboxer, definitely leveling up his grappling. But he knows that's cap. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate the 5. Kevin, if you got in here late, I got you, all right? Fluffy Hernandez over Brendan Allen. Gene Silva over Melsik Baghdasaryan. Ruziboev over McConico. Eric McConico. Mansour Abdul-Malik over Nick Klein. And then I went boxing, bro. I went with Daniel Dubois over Joseph Parker because Daniel Dubois is on fire. All right, Kevin? I got you, dude. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming through. Those are my 5 most confident picks for this Saturday. I'm dropping my bets tonight. So go check out the premium channel if you want my 5 most confident bets. I dropped some solid capital. I busted out the founding fathers this weekend because I'm confident in some of these. And I even like some dogs. So go check them out over there. I'm going to drop my lock, which has landed consistently, my parlay, which has landed consistently, and 3 premium plays. And I might even throw an extra one in. Like on fight day, I threw in Walter Walker parlayed up with Yusuf Zalal because Walter Walker looks sauced up at the weigh-ins. Like, oh, shit. It's a problem. And I actually texted my boy Kevin. I'm like, yo, what do you think? I think I'm going Walter Walker. He agreed. So Walter Walker, I threw in there. That one ends up landing. Go check out the bets, please. DM at Mike Finch Show. We'll get you guys in there. That's on Instagram at Mike Finch Show for the show page. I'm at Mike Finch MMA if you ever want to DM me directly. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to drop my entire card predictions and do a little Q&A too. And we got donos flooding in. I ain't going nowhere. Kara, shout out Chicago. My bro wrestled with Ricardo Lamas at Hinsdale Central. Let's go. All right. So my friend, Flying Brian Akins, trained under, worked under Ricardo Lamas. He owns that UFC gym out there. What town was that? What UFC gym was that Ricardo Lamas opened? And so small world. Definitely friends of friends. So very cool. Your brother wrestled Ricardo Lamas. Awesome. Ricardo Lamas is a decent wrestler. That's a vet right there. So shout out to him. And thank you so much for the $5, Kara. That was very kind. Aaron, Allen never lost twice in a row, pro and amateur. Damn, Aaron is superstitious. All right. Has he fought at this level? You know, Imavov and then Fluffy Hernandez, who's already beaten him, who just whooped Michel Pereira. I was over at the UFC Performance Institute. Michel Pereira looked like a superhero. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Explosive, strong. Didn't matter. You know, Brendan Allen's grappling level is very high. So even on the feet, it's not like Brendan Allen has some huge advantage, you know? No, I think he's cooked, man. And I'm a Brendan Allen fan. I like Brendan Allen. I generally do pick Brendan Allen. But I got to give Fluffy Hernandez his flowers, man. I got to. Aaron, I appreciate the $2. Kara, I appreciate the 5. Kevin, you know I appreciate the 5. And Chief Keef, I appreciate the 2. Thank you guys so much for coming through. All right. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Until next time, until Wednesday when I come back for another Q&A, it's peace and love.